Lads! Welcome back to Fusion YGO. It's been a minute. How you doing? So we're going to just dive into today's conversation, today's topic, today's video. Today we're going to be talking about the meta as a whole. Let's talk about it. We had a ban list at the beginning of the month, and I don't feel like a whole lot's changed, and yet everything's changed. So let's go through the three best decks of the format. Objectively, that would be Tri-Brigade, number one. Tri-Brigade is crazy. It literally did not change. All it did was the Zodiac package can be sided going second. It's 4 cards you're adding. Congratulations, you have a Zeus. Kill him. Like, what? And a lot of people are not even playing the Zodiac package anymore. They're just going pure Tri-Brigade with Rescue Cat. What is this? It's brilliant. Tri-Brigade is a really just powerful archetype. It's got one of the craziest boss monsters I've ever seen in Charade. Deck is just good. And Revolt is a really powerful trap card that's now searchable. What the what? Whatever. But I think Tri-Brigade has to maintain its number one position for now. Now, moving on to the second best deck of the format, it's got to be Drytron. This deck can do so much. It's so consistent. It can put up 4 negations off of like 1 card. The deck is nuts. It's just nuts. And I love it. I love everything about how it's built and designed. It's such an interesting strategy. It's not a deck I'm playing currently, but it is a cool deck that has a lot of interactions and options for the format, which is always, it's always nice. It's always nice to have that. So if you're into ritual strategies or just being able to summon things that can't be normal summoner set, this deck can do everything, and you can always fall back on big boy himself, Vanity's Ruler. Drytron hasn't really changed a whole lot. All that added was Herald of the new Herald. What?
Ultimateness?
No, it's the new one that came out. I forget its name. I'm drawing a blank. I'm allowed to have a blank day. Outside of that card, though, what are you gonna do? I can't think of that card's name.
I mean, it's gonna be in the corner anyway, so.
You could see it. I don't know what it is. Next up after that, like, because those are the 2 best decks of the format, it's pretty open-ended. In the next spot, I would say it's the other 1-card combo decks, and for me, I would say it's like either between Prank Kids and Adagnisters. Those 2 decks are really powerful. Their biggest weaknesses are that they lose to the same things that the other 2 top decks lose to. So it puts them in a position where they're not as powerful as them, but they're still capable. We also still have Shaddoll Invoked in the format. And Shaddoll Dogmatica is ridiculous. It can do so much, gain so much advantage off of 1 individual card. That's an incredible thing. Having access to things like Nadir's Servant, or even Shaddoll Squamata, or not Squamata, Schism. Those 2 cards are crazy. Being able to search them from the deck for no reason is nuts, and it's just a really powerful strategy. We also have things like Dinosaur still topping. Even Dragon Link is still topping. And that tells me that I think Konami knew what they were doing with this ban list. Do I think they did enough? No. I really don't. But that's the naysayer in me. I think that they could have brought more cards back. I still think bringing Engage, like, I think now that Engage has been back at Sky Striker is, I would say, one of the 3 best control decks of the format. I would say that the 3 best control decks of the format are Shaddoll Dogmatica, any form of Eldritch, and Sky Striker. Those 3 decks are incredible control decks if you're looking to play them. Heck, you can put the Dogmatica package, though, into like Altergeist, and we've seen Altergeist doing well. We've seen Salamangreat doing well. It's a really open-ended format. Being able to basically play whatever you want in a format that's as interaction-based as I've seen it in a long time, this is the time to get back into Yu-Gi-Oh, folks. People think GO format is the peak of all formats. This format's really open-ended and has more cards and more diverse strategies. Are there decks that just outright win? Yes. It's hard to beat Tri-Brigade. It can do so much. But preparing for Tri-Brigade also prepares you for things like Dinosaur or Grand Maju, which is what's knocked Grand Maju out as a rogue deck really out. Is because decks are prepared to deal with decks that banish. Takes the banish deck out of the format. If you're playing against Drytron, how do you deal with Drytron? Well, some people, not a lot, but there's a small subsection of people that are, if they're going first, they just put in Mask of Restrict. That's pretty rude, but it works. You also have access to like Droll and Lockbird, which shuts down the deck. So you have ways to deal with it. And if you're playing Droll and Lockbird, well, that shuts down everything else, like Adignisters and Prank Kids. Jeez, can't think of deck names today. It's so open-ended. You have so much opportunity to play whatever the hell you want. And that is the coolest part about Yu-Gi-Oh! Is that you're always able to play it, but now if you make proper card choices, you can compete. Because is Tri-Brigade unbeatable? No. Is Drytron unbeatable? No. Is anything in this format really unbeatable? No. Every deck has its upsides and its downsides, and it's just about picking the deck that you like playing. That's what I think about this meta. I think this is one of the healthiest formats we've ever had. I think that can quickly get derailed based on individual card choices. I still stand by that Orcust Harpor can come back to 1. I really do. I think that that's a perfectly balanced and fair card to come back to 1. I think there's a lot of options of things that they could do to make the format even better moving forward, but I also can see how one mishap could ruin the whole format as well, and that's why I'm asking people to err on the side of caution with commanding deck like ban lists and things like that. I think this format is the healthiest we've had in a long time, and I think that if events come back soon, we are going to have one of the most diverse and inclusive formats of decks that you've ever seen. Now, I've been gone a little while. As you guys know, we're done with the topic of today's video. So, I want to let you know what's going on. One, I was working a lot, and I needed a break from everything, so I took it. Sorry, had to do it. We're working on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Grand Prix. There's a lot of work going into it right now. It's pretty sweet. I'm pretty happy with how well it's doing. I have a lot of players in it. We've lost a few. It's been a ride, and it's great. I think that's awesome. What that tells me, really, I have all these videos saved. We may not be putting it on the channel. That might not go to the channel. But what this does tell me is that we could run a Fusion YGO Cup, where it's fans. You guys get to play against each other in a tournament that I commentate over. I think that'd be really cool, and we'll work on it. It's on my list. We have a lot of things that we are working on here. We've started a second YouTube channel that we're slowly building. If you check out Bar of the Cards, you'll be able to see Nerd In. So check it out. We'll have a link to it in the description or in the card here as soon as it's live. We're in the midst of building it now. And everything else is going good. We're ready to roll. So I hope, lads, that you are prepared for a fun future, a fun-filled future. We are looking at a lot of different things, and I want to keep you guys informed because you're the best audience I could ask for. So make sure to check those things out. If you like General Nerdy Talk, we've got General Nerdy Talk coming. Make sure to check out all the links in the description because it's a bunch of really cool people. And until next time, lads, good fun. Have luck.